Hey guys, it's Kim with a Cup of Content, and we are back this week with the coffee break, which is our kind of weekly live video about all things probably content marketing. So today we're going to talk about 3 tips for making the most out of your social media automation. Something that we're going to be talking about in our private membership platform in April is automating our social media. Using social automation wisely, that's kind of the key thing. It means saving time, increasing your visibility and reach, promoting your products, and having people think you're present more than you've actually been before. And I think what a lot of my members say that they struggle with is like, well, what do I post about? And I think part of that is having a strategy. And the other part of it is actually sitting down for an hour a week and planning out what you're going to post for the following week. It's plain and simple. And I can't make people do that. You have to make a decision. You have to pencil it out in your calendar and not schedule over it. That's probably the most important thing. So let's talk about this. So the reason why automating your social media is important is you can actually make it feel personable, and you can time it a lot better than you could for, if you're doing it kind of off the cuff, last minute. Oh, what am I going to post today? So let's start with our first tip. First tip is don't sound like a robot. um, my first tip here, I think, is probably the most important one. Just because you're automating a post or sharing a link to your latest blog post, it doesn't mean that you have to sound like an impersonal robot. If you add you based sentences that speak directly to your ideal audience member, you're going to have a lot better reaction and interaction engagement with your post. Be warm. Use your authentic voice. Your customers or your followers, they shouldn't be able to tell your post is automated. Our second tip is customize your automated post for each social network. Um, don't send the exact same message worded the exact same way to every single network. And I tell you what, I know it's hard, and I'm going to admit that I'm a little bit guilty of that, especially with some of my clients, because they may not have a budget for me to sit and write 5 different social media posts for each day that I'm posting for them. But what I do is I do make some little tweaks. I might have one idea, and then I might just say it a little bit differently for each platform, because sometimes, like with Twitter and stuff, you only have so many characters. You want to include hashtags on Instagram, where you only have so much room on Twitter to do it, and hashtags don't always work the greatest on Facebook. That's one reason why you'd want to kind of customize things. You want to make the most of each network's unique sharing guidelines. And so if you take the time to kind of customize for each network, it's going to be important, and then you can automate them. All right, and our third and final tip for making the most out of social media automation today is automate post content creation, but you cannot automate interaction. And let's say, the fact of the matter is you can't automate interaction. It's okay to have someone write social media posts for you, because when I'm over at a Content a la mode, our sister company, we write posts for our business, for our clients. But we always encourage our clients, especially at the beginning, to go over those posts and make sure that we're using the correct voice. And if you've got a VA, or if you've got a social media agency that you've been looking at to do some of your posting, require that they send you proof for the following week's social media a week beforehand, so you can kind of make sure that things are right and they're being voiced in the right way. And then the other thing too, kind of with this, is you have to monitor responses, and you have to respond, even if it's someone complaining about something. You need to respond to it, even if the customer is in the wrong, and lots of times they are. Customer isn't always right. You still have to respond to it, and you don't have to be a jerk about it. And it's you just have to do it in a way that sheds the best light on your brand. Because when you ignore people who are angry, think about the message that you're sending out to your audience or potential customers, is that you don't listen. So even if they are angry, you got to kind of work with it. So if you let questions and stuff go unanswered, or other comments slip by without any reaction, you're going to lose your following and you're going to lose customers. So that's all I got for you today. So remember, those are 3 tips for making the most out of social automation. We're going to be doing this live here on YouTube each week at about 11:15 Central Standard Time. We'll be over on Instagram, and we'll also be over on Facebook as well. Check out our website. Follow us at acupofcontent.com/blog, and you'll be seeing our most recent updates. If you're interested in joining us, check out our join page. We do have a lot of information there. It's acupofcontent.com/join. We'll see you guys next week.